Good afternoon, everyone. This particular video is all about our quality initiative here at SCC. And I have a friend joining me, Kim Shirk. Kim's title is it coordinator, a professional?
Human Resources Coordinator, yes.
Human Resources Coordinator, and she focuses on professional development as well as policy development. And recently, we've asked her to help us launch our quality initiative. So let me just explain real quick, and then I'll turn it over to Kim. The Quality Initiatives is a project that you're required to do as part of your Higher Learning Commission accreditation process. We would do this anyway, but what's great about accreditation process is they give you a nice opportunity to pursue something that will actually help your institution. And the requirement is that the project needs to be related to something that will help improve student success or student retention at your college or the learning environment. And we did a little study, and I'm going to share the screen real quick of all of the students at SCC. We wanted to find out a little bit about how they were performing when they first came to the college. Can you see that, Kim?
I can.
Perfect. So you can see we tracked them over, in the case of the 2012-13, over these 5 years. And you can see 52.5% of our students had earned an F at some point during their time at the college. Well, if you look at this, can you see this slide?
Yes.
Okay, so this second slide shows that most of those failing grades were happening within that first quarter. This is when we were on a quarter before we switched to a semester. And you might say, well, does that really matter? So again, over 55% of those that made an F made it during that first quarter. If you look here, it absolutely it matters. About 30% of our students who do not receive an F earn a credential. Only about less than 5% earn a credential if they earn an F within that first term. So that was the premise. How do we change this? Because there's a great opportunity, even if that went from 5% up to 15%, that would be a tremendous opportunity to help our students. So that was kind of the premise to that, and we wanted to come up with something that would help students overcome what might otherwise be seen as an obstacle, see it as an opportunity. So we have this goal 9.6 that we talk a lot about, but talks about emotional intelligence. It talks about being reflective, being compassionate, being transparent. All of these things are EI skills, and we thought, what if we were to create a quality initiative that utilize emotional intelligence and resiliency skills to help them have the skills to overcome an obstacle such as a failing grade. So with that, Kim, let me turn this over to you. And this is kind of the data or the research that we did in the literature. There is evidence in the literature that these emotional intelligence skills are associated with an increase in resiliency, increase in higher retention rates, and increase in employer satisfaction with those graduates. So there's 3 strategies associated with it, and I'm going to let you walk through those 3 strategies. And maybe you want to say a little bit about your role with the Quality Initiative.
Absolutely. So I've been at the college for just about 2 years now, which has been a really exciting 2 years. And when I first came on, I knew that they had started, Shauna had led this charge to bring a group together to develop these strategies with the administrative team. And it was really exciting for me to come alongside her and be a part of that. And one of these strategies was the comprehensive professional development training on academic resiliency. And that's for faculty, advisors, student affairs staff who have significant and frequent interactions with the new students. And that was kind of how I rolled into this project initially, because professional development falls under my job description with human resources coordinating. And so it was really exciting to think through, okay, how are we going to train people on emotional intelligence skills? You may remember we brought David Katz in to do some emotional intelligence training initially. And that was kind of the aspect and the role that I served on that committee at the time. And then there came a point in time when Shauna and Dr. Illich came to me and asked if I would be willing to kind of lighten the load, I think, a little bit for Shauna. She had a lot on her plate and was doing a phenomenal job with it, but needed just a little bit of help, and asked if I would kind of oversee this project as well. And so I kind of had a broader perspective on the other two strategies as well. And the second one was this engaged learning activities that are embedded into the gateway courses that have the highest number of failing grades. And so that the faculty teaching these courses would embed these activities that would engage students and apply academic resiliency skills to facilitate the learning course content. And so we have been on a journey to both train out some emotional intelligence skills. We started 2 years ago, but over the course of the past year, this last fall, we grabbed a quality initiative advisory team, and we met every Friday, and we talked about specific strategies and ways we could systematically move those both into the classroom, and for those who were not working directly with students, also to be able to use those emotional intelligence skills with their colleagues every single day. And so we met every Friday, and then we kicked off in January. We asked a series of individuals from the student affairs staff, from the faculty across the college, if they would be willing, after having that initial emotional intelligence training with David Katz, to be coming alongside us and do a pilot program with us this spring. And so this spring we've been meeting monthly. We initially kicked off with some learning strategies based on the book Emotional Intelligence 2.0. It breaks out 4 pillars of emotional intelligence. Those are self-awareness, self-management, thank you, social awareness, and relationship management. Those 4 pillars. And so we taught around strategies and then input some of those strategies into the classroom. And we literally just got off not an hour ago from our follow-up meeting here at the end of the semester to say what worked, what didn't work as well, what could we do better, what did we knock out of the park. And so we'll be spending some time over the next couple of weeks and over the summer really planning for the fall, and to really go into those specific classes and courses that have seen some high failure rates, and then broaden the perspective as we go to be able to allow some of these strategies to go into the classroom and be put into place. But that brings in strategy number 3, which is the implementation of software solutions, CRM Advise, which we already have here as a college, to allow the faculty, advisors, success coaches, and other student affairs staff to utilize those analytics. They identify at-risk students based on a number of customized qualitative and quantitative parameters. And then the staff are going to use that data to promote the understanding and acceptance of these important academic resiliency skills that we've been working on. And one of the neat things about this is that system already has built into it a lot of fields that are going to identify those at-risk students for us, give us kind of the knowledge and the data that we will then be able to come to them, and we'll be able to identify them at an early time period. Because ultimately what we want to do is say, just because you got an F in the first term, that's not an indication or a red flag that you are not college material. So many of our students come in with that perspective, and that's not what we want to give them. We want to give them some grit, some resilience, some ability to bounce back and recognize that in an emotionally intelligent way and of looking at things, and that growth mindset way, that you can really use that, and you can say, even if I did get an F, I'm going to do better next time because I'm on this path and this journey of learning, so that they don't give up on that possibility of gaining a certificate or a degree here with us. So we're really excited about it. Just got off the phone with the pilot program team today. It's been about 40 of us that have gone on this journey so far. Really looking at, look forward to digging in this summer and setting up some structures. Primarily, these courses will be structured under arts and sciences to begin with, because that's where we see, as you would imagine, students coming in with some needs in terms of mathematics and English, sometimes history, psychology, things like that. But really, these are emotional intelligence skills we can all use and all learn from as a college. So really excited about this project.
Well, we really appreciate your involvement, Kim, and we really appreciate the 40 folks and the QI committee and all the folks that have really been champions of this particular project. I have two kind of thoughts on some of what you were saying. And one of them is, you never know when you're going to get to apply your resiliency skills. You don't know when an obstacle is going to come your way. But we have one, and we're in the middle of one with COVID. And I think you would agree with me that our goal 9, which is emotional intelligence and resiliency skills, has been absolutely extremely important that we've done that. I think that put us in a really much better position had we not been working on our culture and working on emotional intelligence and resiliency. So that's something, that would be beneficial to the students as well. The other thought I had was that, when you pay your tuition as a student, you're paying your tuition for learning some new knowledge base, maybe learning skills in career and technical. But you want your tuition to buy more than just that. We want that tuition to help change you as a person so that you are more resilient. Because we know our students, when they leave us, they're at some point in their lives, they're going to have some challenges that may not be related to their skill set or their knowledge base that they picked up here at the college. Maybe it's personal, maybe it's some other challenge. And these skills, allow the students to use them for really navigation of life. And one of the things I hear from employers about frequently is that they say, we really enjoy the knowledge and the skills that your students have, but we really want to also make sure you're helping those students be effective in, an environment that might require them to work in teams. Maybe they have to be able to handle criticism. So those are all emotional intelligence skills. They don't want to spend a lot of money on investing in a new employee, and then that person gets upset and goes to another job. So I think it's absolutely vital that this is something that is just part of what happens when you pay for tuition. At SCC, we give you not only the life-changing benefits associated with the skill, but we give you the life-changing benefits associated with the being resilient and emotionally intelligent. I'm going to stop there. You've done such a great job, Kim. How would you rate my emotional intelligence resiliency skills? What do you think?
Off the scales.
Out of a 10?
Off the scales.
Oh, that's really nice. I appreciate it.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, my wife likes to tease me when I ask people, how's it going at the college? And they always say it's going great. She goes, well, what do you think they're going to say? Well, you're the president. But I choose to take it as a compliment when I get that response. So thank you for
As
that.
well you should.
Well, we're excited about the QI. Thank you for spending some time this afternoon. I really appreciate it. And help me say goodbye and have a good day to the college.
Absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity. Have a great day.